for mature audiences.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
The Cave!
welcome to the cave, everybody.
Welcome. I'm Erwan Yusuf.
I'm Stephen Koo.
I'm Mark Nelson.
And Revilson, no filter Fernandez, right at you.
So thank you very much for joining us yet again at the cave. Just to go over recap on the points.
Yes, absolutely.
We have.
We jump into the points right away.
Yeah, right away.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember, I talk.
Yeah. Okay.
And we're entertaining.
Erwan Yusuf with +10. Mark Nelson with +10, Revilson with -10,
That's okay.
and Stephen Koo with -10.
We
all
can
right.
still make it up.
Only -10? Wow.
We have how many more? 10 more episodes to go.
Yeah.
And
Nowhere
the
to go
word
but
of the
up.
day today, so we can set it up already nice and clear, it's sidle.
Seidel.
Which means
Sidle.
Sidle means to move on an oblique line
Hold it up a little
or
longer
sideways.
for people at home.
Yeah.
Sidle. There you
Word
go.
of the day, sidle. One more time with the definition.
To
sir.
what?
To move sideways, basically.
Okay,
To move
so if I'm going to sidle on over to Revilson,
That works.
it'd be like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
then I'll say
Sidling
get
on
the
back.
hell out and
Okay,
go
okay,
back to your caver napalapicus. what was that last word 4 episodes ago?
hibernaculum.
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 There
All
you
right,
go.
so ladies and gentlemen, today we are tackling an immense subject, very current subject.
Very close to my heart.
Very close to Steven's heart and Mark's 6 abs. We're talking about nutrition
6?
and weight loss today.
Yeah,
And
this
fitness.
is the bane of every man's existence.
But before we get into that, Steven, you want to tell us what you've learned this year,
Well,
this week?
I learned this week that man was actually born to be fat, to store fat. No, I mean
Okay.
like back
Is this
in the,
your
back in
excuse?
the, back in the Stone Age years.
In what? Wait.
No,
What's that period called?
men were actually
Paleo-
Paleolithic era. We were actually designed to store fat so that we could survive in this world.
yes.
So it was only
But
during the latter part of history that
but
men
store-
decided to have abs like you.
Store a proper amount of fat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I concur.
That
I
actually
concur.
brings me up to my first extra. Did you guys hear about this? Mexico took over America in terms of the most obese country in the
Yes,
world.
I did hear that.
No way.
Pretty crazy. Just
Taco Bell
couple
has
weeks-
gone over the border.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
Taco Bell has
And
beat
so now they're
McDonald's.
considered the most unhealthy.
Yeah.
And the funniest thing, Mexico is one of the most malnutrition countries too. So malnutrition does not necessarily mean skinny people that are not eating. Malnutrition just means people who are eating badly. So they are now
Across
more
the
obese
board.
I guess
in the States.
cocaine's
yeah.
not working in Mexico.
No, probably,
you did
probably
say-
more junk food and everything.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of the beans, which is a major source of the base in their foods, plus the lard that they cook in. Kind of similar to what we have. But I want to go back to a point where you said the word nutrition. It's National Nutrition Month, by the way.
Yes,
so
it
I'd
is.
like to
Oh, okay.
say to everybody out there, happy National Nutrition Month and eat healthy and read the labels. Okay, go ahead.
Second extra, and this is actually it blindsided me. Airlines, you know how they're building new airlines, new motors and everything. So we should be getting more efficient in terms of fuel consumption. But since we're getting heavier and heavier, airlines are spending more and more on fuel because people are getting fatter.
Wait, but the,
Wow.
the seats on the planes aren't changing. They're still the same
Exactly.
width,
So
right?
just-
Yeah, but
people
now
are getting
you have
bigger.
to purchase an extra seat if you can't fit in the regulation
okay,
seat on
really?
some airlines.
Is that what it is now? Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard that. What's your take on that? Should if a person cannot fit into one coach-sized seat, should he be required to purchase another one? Quick take.
Yes.
Go. What do you think,
No.
Stephen? No?
Yes.
Okay.
You?
Walk to your destination, lose weight. All right.
Walk to Europe.
Okay, I've
So
got
that's
one
our subject.
I've got
But
one
yeah,
more
go
quick
ahead.
extra, kind of in line with what we're talking about. They've come out with the biggest earners in Hollywood for the last
Yes, I
year.
saw that.
Okay.
Okay, so
go.
number one. Okay,
Can we take guesses?
Not surprising.
Okay.
Robert Downey Jr. Okay.
Okay.
I guess
Number
we can't take
three
guesses.
is Hugh Jackman, very fit
You're
guy.
not allowed to play.
Now
Robbie.
number two. Who do you think is number two? Take your best shot.
in Hollywood. So
In
an
Hollywood.
actor, actress.
Actor.
Brad
Give you a
Pitt.
hint. We're talking about fitness and everything. He's a fairly fit guy
Brad
in his
Pitt.
30s. Brad Pitt? Wrong.
Tom Cruise.
He's number 8.
What?
Number 8.
Wow.
Sylvester Stallone.
No. Here, this is going to blow your mind. Channing Tatum is number 2.
Of course.
Wow.
Well, yeah.
Because he
Why
produced,
didn't I think of that?
What's it? Magic Mike.
He produced it?
okay.
He produced it.
What's Magic
Wow.
Mike?
He made $60 million.
Wow.
I say, what's Magic Mike? The only gay guy in the room goes, what?
Wait. So are we saying there's no
Blasphemy.
there's no obese guy or fat guy in the top 10 earners?
Actually,
Wow.
Yeah, if
Okay.
you look back at, I think, Channing Tatum's last 5 films, easily 100 million each,
Yeah.
I think. And that says something. I mean, even the big
Even
time
if,
A-listers.
even if the movie sucked.
Yeah, he has a
Well,
draw.
you saw him jigging his thing, so.
anyway, going back
right.
on
Yeah,
topic.
I actually brought up the Mexico thing because it actually scared me in a way that I think that Mexico and the Philippines actually have a quite similar diet
Absolutely.
pattern.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I
Colonized
see
by
it
the Spanish, Catholic.
and I've
Rice,
seen it year to
crazy
year.
women.
We see heavier and heavier people here in the Philippines. So I think that's why we're talking about it today, and I think it's a great subject to talk about.
Yeah.
So how do you guys want to start attacking this? Maybe what are the common pitfalls of how people get fat?
I think generally
Steven, how did you get fat?
Generally, we have to establish. How did I get
By being lazy.
How did I get thinner from my
Previous
past state?
fatness.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
No, I think the topic we need to really discuss is, I mean, is it really bad to be not so fit? I mean, because there's a difference between being too fit and just fit. Like, I think I'm
Too fit?
but you guys are
Oh, we're too fit.
Yeah.
Oh,
stop
yeah.
it.
It's impossible to have 6-pack abs for like the normal, like, the guy who goes to work 9 to 5,
No, it's very
has
possible.
kids, So,
It's
yeah.
possible, but you just need to dedicate some time and effort to it. It's having the right mindset, I think.
Well, I think sustaining it, 365 days a year, abs and less than 5% body fat, it's quite difficult, especially when holidays come around.
Yeah,
and I mean, you're only human. There are some things that you want to taste, you want to eat. You miss certain foods. I mean, sugar. We're built to want to crave sugar. I mean, you can't completely, knock that out
Remove
of
that.
your
mean-
system. So,
But to be honest, I don't think abs are a way to look at someone's
Yeah,
fitness.
that's because that's just a physical.
Okay, let's then 12% fat. Is what you mean.
I've literally gone through the spectrum from obesity
Yeah.
level 1 to like
Being a
my
female.
lowest was a 10% body fat. Now I'm up to 12%.
Okay,
against your 26.
Okay, so my
What was that- what
hey,
was
my,
that, Steven?
my,
What?
my
20
question
what?
to you, super bodies, the three of you, are you saying that it's not okay for like a man who has like 20% fat to exist in this world?
Oh.
Of course, no. You
Okay,
can
so no.
exist,
So
but-
what's
but
the
it's
right
nice to
standard?
be able
What's
to
an
strive.
acceptable standard?
I think acceptable is maybe 15.
I can do 15.
No, but you're doing 12 because that was the deal that you made with
Yeah.
Erwan.
No, because remember we have normal guys
Yeah.
listening and watching us. We don't wanna tell them that it's impossible, and at the same time we want to make them feel it's possible to reach an ideal body where it's acceptable for for women and for family and friends.
To me,
Well,
the
just-
good gauge is basically someone who's strong, fit, and feels healthy. I think that's the good way to look
Dax
at it.
is strong.
no,
Okay.
the
Are you
gauge
strong?
is
Do you
if-
feel fit, healthy?
Can you?
I feel healthy.
Can I make you? Look,
You're lying.
I
to
don't know.
yourself.
I swear. I
Can
feel
I make
healthy.
you run 5 kilometers and you don't pant and like feel bad?
If I stop smoking, yes.
No, simple real world gauges. If you can pull yourself up and do one pull up, because say for instance you're on a ship and then it's sinking and then you
Yes,
have to-
there you go. No,
or
yeah.
or really, or you're
Functional
running away
fitness.
from a bear or a dog. So if you can just
Wow.
run 100 meters,
you can outrun
as
a
fast
bear?
as you can. I'm just saying.
Functional
Functional
fitness.
Can you outrun a
carry
mugger?
yourself?
Well, there will be an opportunity where a bear will chase me before I will be on the runway doing an underwear ad. You know what I'm saying?
I
So,
just
mean,
think,
reality.
I just think it's not functional fitness to say you to be able to carry yourself. This is it's
It is.
What?
That is complete bullshit.
I'm
You
sorry.
have to. It is. What
Sorry
if your
for
house?
having an
making-
opinion.
Your
Sorry.
house is burning. You need to climb up to the second level. There's no ladder.
Oh, it's
No,
called
he's gonna
adrenaline.
Enough to say.
I was
We're gonna
able-
have
I was-
ourselves some
you know,
Stephen Lechon.
wait, sorry, people have had spurts of adrenaline carrying
True, okay.
beds,
Yeah, cars
and
off of the
refrigerators,
child,
just
yeah.
because of need. So you don't need to have like that ideal body weight.
Yeah, so,
So
with
correct.
your burst of adrenaline, you'll be able to pick up that like water jug and put it in the cooler.
I'm just saying, all right, I'm putting it out there. Not everybody's made like you guys. So
No, Stephen, I will agree with Stephen. It's not so much not everyone's made like us. The disclaimer is
Discipline
in this,
as you guys.
In this scenario anyway. Mark and I have the ability because of our industry. We have the time to work out. It is
Yes.
our job. Now with Stephen and Erwan, who have real jobs, they have to make time, which they do. And depending upon your desire to want to achieve a certain level of success. it is your desire. It is your motivation. So I think that's what we should talk about.
Okay,
What
so-
is your motivation?
So takeaway one.
Okay.
Make the time.
Make the time.
Yeah.
You don't
Okay.
find
Okay.
time, you make the time.
Exactly.
Okay, can I make a
Okay.
point? Erwan here, most people don't know. He has actually a regular job. He's there.
That's
from,
what he claims.
He's
Magic
there
Mike.
from what? 8 till 7?
Magic Mike.
From 8 till 7.
Magic
you're right.
Erwan.
8 a.m. till 7 p.m. And he still managed to lose. What was your? How much weight did you lose total?
95 pounds.
95 pounds.
Yeah.
He has no more arms, but he's still.
And I have no biceps.
Yes.
Well,
He
okay.
chopped off his Siamese twin, but you know.
Again, I'll have to go back to
Okay.
to motivation, right?
Yeah.
Like Erwan has that motivation because he probably doesn't have any other urgent need aside from working out, like
And health.
Exactly. But there to some ordinary guy who goes to the office, he needs to go home, feed his family.
Correct.
You know, put his child to sleep.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that same motivation to like work out. So
Correct.
again, can we put an acceptable level of being fit? Can you gauge? Can you give me a more acceptable level aside from 12% body fat?
I think if you can.
Making you guys think.
You live in a country where you should be beach ready. I mean, you can't be beach ready in Europe.
the
you can't
worst
be
explanation
Yeah.
for it.
Hey, I'm telling you.
So shallow.
That's
live
only
in a
6
country
months.
that's
Of, that's
beach
only
ready.
6 months of the year in the Philippines. You know.
No way. Even if it's raining, you still go out. You can still go on the beach.
Oh, take your shirt off.
Nah, well, I
There's
don't do that.
no possible. Okay, the only gauge you can have is living a healthy life where you're not ridden with disease. You don't get
Yeah.
sick all the time.
Okay.
You're strong.
Exactly.
You don't pant after an hour of exercise. That's a good level of fitness.
Okay.
Basically. Being fit, being healthy, being strong.
Not being obese.
not being
obese.
not being overweight, because being
Yeah.
overweight is not good for you. So
Yeah,
Correct.
I mean, it's
And-
going to put so much pressure on your joints, as well as your internal organs.
And why did Mark give the figure of 15%? Is because over 15% men are considered to be scientifically overweight. Or
Okay.
over 18 something percent.
Is it
Well,
based
we're,
on like
we're
age?
entering the realm of numbers now, and this might tune out some of our listeners. So how about just quick tips from you guys? Like, what would help you to the common man? What would help motivate them? I'll start it off. For me, find a partner. Find a partner because it's that if you were going to do a sport or an activity, if you find a partner, it's harder to flake on them than it is to just flake on yourself. That's
Agree.
my tip. Find a partner that has same common goals with you, and more than likely you'll be able to do it on a daily basis. Go.
Okay.
Quick tip.
Another quick tip is make sure that if you're going to join a gym, make sure it's either close to your work or to your home. Because if it's too far, if you need to travel there, then you're not going to go nearly as often. If it's right there, you have no more excuses.
Okay.
And make sure you go, because actually getting to the gym is like 60% of the actual
80%.
80%.
Get
Agree,
into the
agree.
gym.
Once you're there, you are going to do something. You're going to
Yeah.
be infinitely more fit than you are.
It's
just
actually
sitting at
better.
home
It's
in your
actually
house.
better if you actually pay for the gym as well. Like it's not free.
Yeah.
Because then
That's
you're
true
obligated
too.
to go.
That is true too.
Well, with the body weight that I've lost,
Okay.
I credit it to not eating rice as much.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So
That
like cut out
exists.
rice, especially at night when you can't digest it or you can't metabolize it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my tip.
Okay.
Can I
Erwan,
do-
have a hot girlfriend. Okay, next. All right.
Can I do
the
3
next-
tips?
Oh, sorry.
Because we didn't mention it. I think one, if possible for me, work out first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
First thing you do when you wake up in the
Okay.
morning, work out.
This is better in the morning.
Yeah. 2, don't eat anything that has been altered by the hand of man to be able to eat it. So each time you eat something, ask yourself, how processed is this food to be for me to be able to digest it.
So no fast food.
I'd like to expound on what you said. If you look at the label, if you can't pronounce what you're reading and it's not Tagalog, then you shouldn't eat it. You know what? Right?
Correct.
I mean, really. I mean,
If you don't know what it is, why would you put it in your body?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there.
Like protein.
Well, it wouldn't say. Well, it'll say protein, but like.
He just can't read.
So when we come back, we have a guest that's actually known for this topic. And we're
Yeah,
going to talk more about
absolutely.
food and about different types of diets and things like that.
Absolutely.
Fitness.
so witty,
Fitness
Mark.
diva.
So we have Miss Iza Calzado joining us
Yeah.
Yeah.
after this.
For mature audiences.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
The Cave!
Welcome to the cave, everybody.
Welcome, welcome. I'm Erwan Yusuf.
I'm Stephen Koo.
I'm Mark Nelson.
And Revilson, no filter Fernandez, right at you.
So thank you very much for joining us yet again at the cave. Just to go over recap on the points.
Yes, absolutely.
We have.
We jump into the points right away?
Yeah, right away.
Yeah.
Remember, I talk.
Yeah. Okay.
And we're entertaining.
Erwan Yusuf with +10. Mark Nelson with +10. Revilson with -10.
That's okay.
And Stephen Koo with -10.
We can
all right.
still make it up.
Only -10? Wow.
We have how many more? 10 more episodes to go.
Yeah.
And
Nowhere
the
to go
word
but
of the
up.
day today, so we can set it up already nice and clear, it's sidle.
Sidle.
Which means
Sidle.
Sidle means to move on an oblique line
Hold it up a little
or
longer
sideways.
for people at home.
Yeah.
Sidle. There you
Word
go.
of the day, sidle. One more time with the definition.
what?
sir.
To move sideways, basically.
Okay,
To move
so if I'm going to sidle on over to Revilson,
That works.
it'd be like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
then I'll say,
Sidling
get
on
the
back.
hell out and
Okay,
go
okay,
back to your cavernapalapicus. What was that last word for episodes ago?
Hibernaculum.
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 There
All
you
right,
go.
so ladies and gentlemen, today we are tackling an immense subject, very current subject.
Very close to my heart.
Very close to Steven's heart and Mark's 6 abs. We're talking about nutrition
6?
and weight loss today.
Yeah,
And
this
fitness.
is the bane of every man's existence.
But before we get into that, Steven, you want to tell us what you've learned this year,
Well,
this week?
I learned this week that man was actually born to be fat, to store fat. No, I mean like back
Is this
in the,
your excuse?
back in the Stone Age years.
In what wait,
No,
what's that period
men,
called?
men were actually
Paleo-
Paleolithic era. We were actually designed to store fat so that we could survive in this world.
yes.
So it was only
20.
20
Siya
pounds
yung
before.
240,
I was
yeah.
240.
240.
Wow.
40.
And now she looks like this.
And now he looks like that.
Thank you. I was
Good
about to
job.
say,
Yeah.
Good job.
amazing.
We should just sidle along and
I
sit
know.
next to each other.
Stay away.
Okay, so we like to basically warm up our guests with a couple of questions. So I'm just going to ask you
Okay.
3 questions, and then these guys will ask you 1 question each.
How come you get 3 questions?
Because
and
I'm
they get
special.
one?
Because
Oh,
I do
okay.
all the work. And so yeah, so just
'Cause you're the
answer-
geek.
Exactly.
Yes.
So just
Okay.
answer the first thing that comes up in your mind.
First thing immediately. Go.
What's your favorite sound?
Oh my gosh.
Is that it? First thing, dear.
I don't know. There's nothing.
Oh, nothing.
Her first
Silence.
favorite sound is
Silence.
Wow,
Okay.
poetic.
Good answer.
Oh, eh. Maybe I'll answer that later.
Okay, come
Tell
back to
me 1 lie about yourself and tell me 1 truth without telling us
One
which
lie.
is which. 1 lie and 1 truth.
1 lie and 1
Yeah.
truth. 1 lie. I'm.
Don't tell us which is which.
that. I'm happy to be here.
Okay. Oh, you didn't say that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a really good singer.
Okay.
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 And
Why are you laughing, Mark?
trying to figure out
we know what the lie is.
no, I'm really a good singer.
Oh, it's
Okay, yeah.
And then
And you're very sexy. That's
I'm very sexy. So which one?
All
is
right,
the
we
truth?
basically know which one's the
No,
lie.
I can
Which one's the
dance.
truth?
Okay, so the other one is obviously I'm not a very good singer, but I can sing naman.
Okay.
I
Galing.
like your answer.
Yeah.
My last question:
Galing.
when you die and go to heaven, what does God say to you at the pearly gates when you arrive?
Oh, when I arrive,
Parang beauty pageant.
go
ah.
back. You're not accepted here.
don't want you
You're too maldita for heaven.
Go back. The Philippines needs you.
No, yes.
Get your
No.
singing
Okay.
vocals out of here.
Since it's a no holds barred show, we know you can take this. The next question is, since we're in the topic of fitness, what article of clothing would you wear when you're trying to seduce your boyfriend on a very romantic night in your
does that have
bedroom?
anything-
Asan yung fitness doon? Sorry Teka lang.
Because it's just before you exercise.
Just a headband.
When he was asking the question, what article of clothing are you wearing when you're with your
Because-
boyfriend when we're working out? But I was waiting for that.
When you're about to work
You know
out.
why? Because if you're
So
not,
can you-
because if you're not fit, you wouldn't be able to say this article of clothing. That's why.
No,
So,
I know
what-
some
something-
facts.
So what article of clothing would you wear
Yeah.
to
I'm not
seduce your
perfect,
boyfriend?
but
What
if it's
article?
just in front of my boyfriend, no holds barred. Diba?
Oh, no, it's barred.
Sneakers lang.
Yun na yun.
Sneakers lang. But
Earrings
Band-Aid.
lang.
Band-Aid.
Earrings lang.
Earrings lang.
Earrings lang. Yun ba?
and a scrunchie.
I know.
I'm ready to wear
So,
Kinda
before,
heavy.
No Band-Aid. No
on a
Band-Aid.
romantic date,
Yeah. In
what
the bedroom.
article of clothing?
Well, in your bedroom na lang. if you're like,
Wholesome
seducing
po
your
yung
boyfriend.
image ko. Why
What
are we
show
talking
are you
about
talking? I'm
this?
sorry, the,
Joke
the
lang.
producer said no holds barred.
Producers
Grab.
Briggs, by the way. Here you go. He can be
If
reached
it's
at
just-
0917.
Ako, bow tie na lang.
Okay,
Never.
perfect.
Bow
Never.
tie.
Okay,
Pwede
Mark,
yung
next
bow
question.
tie.
Alright.
Pwede.
Not
Okay,
everyone
nice.
has to hide their body like
I
you
side
see.
with the question to Mark now.
This question's a little bit safer. Now, saying is, you said that you could sing, you can carry a song. What song best describes your work ethic?
Wow.
Whoa.
Whoa. Deep.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
God.
Yeah, she thinks about
I'm
that
gonna have a
one.
mental bar.
I'm going to
I
read the
will
Bible
survive.
while you're...
I will survive.
Yeah.
Okay, can you sing
okay.
a few bars?
First I was afraid.
Ah, that was the truth.
I was petrified, thinking I could never live without you by my side. Because I was very, very scared of like working before. Because I didn't grow up really wanting to do anything except have fun. So like the discipline I just learned through the years. So I will survive because it's not the whole song actually. It's just like I will survive because I've been
Just the
that's
first line.
actually it's just a title. I want
No, that's perfect.
but first, I was afraid. I was
Petrified.
petrified of this work, this whole industry, because
Yeah.
it was just too much. There was a point in my life I was, ex-obese
You know-
girl in a room full of all these beautiful people,
Yeah.
sexy people. Like, I was like, I would have bouts of, not naman depression, but I would not be able to leave the house. I'd be so scared because I would think that I won't make it. Like,
Galing.
I'm not good enough, da-da-da-da-da.
Fat kid
So
syndrome.
I will survive because hey, it's been 11 years
Wow.
and I'm
Yeah.
still
Galing.
here.
You look great.
Yeah.
Ay,
You're going from
salamat.
strength to
Mark
strength.
believes in the
Getting
same song, but
confidence.
his line is more. First, I was afraid I was pedophile.
Oh no!
Anyway,
That was a low
And then I had this
blow.
visual image of
sorry,
Pwede.
Mark.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
Wait.
Okay.
And
Ruby,
this was a
Ruby,
pedophile that
Ruby
kept hitting on me
said-
as a
what
child.
wonder-
well, the thing is, Mark doesn't look like he's way older than her.
That's true. That's
anyway,
true naman.
so
That's true.
We have to
Oh.
give it to him.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
What wonderful,
Whatever makes you
heartwarming
feel better.
speech.
Ba't ka naman Mark Nelson? Mark Nelson is Mark Nelson! Hello, all girls kaya. Oh my gosh, Mark Nelson is Mark
And
Nelson.
even all boys, a lot of boys
He's a
also.
good
like that.
Abs. Abs. He was like
All
the
girls
peg.
and a lot
He
of
was
For the
the peg.
longest time, it's like, I want abs like
When I
Mark
was
Nelson.
13, I had Peter Andre
You know
and
what?
Mark Nelson.
Oh my God.
Those
Hey,
are my two
Andre.
faves.
hey, you know what? I was having dinner with this guy, and he was like, "I swear to you, my peg for abs was Mark Nelson." I'm like, "Wow, really?"
Oh wait,
yan.
talking about abs. This is a fantastic thing, by the way. A while ago,
Oh, yes.
while you guys were not here, Steven
Oh
lifts
my
up
God.
his shirt, and he has like bulges, and he goes,
Hey.
"Are these abs?"
Are these abs?
And no, he was serious, and he goes, "No."
Seriously,
Like
seriously.
deep
He
down
goes,
inside.
He goes,
Yeah.
"Seriously, no, because there's a bulge." And then
And we're like, no, dude, those are rolls.
No, there are more bones.
okay, Wilson.
You have
It's
abs there.
alcohol.
Wilson,
Alam mo, oh.
question.
Namuo
Alright.
na alcohol.
Well, anyway, wonderful speech, by the way, and you exude confidence, and we love you for it. So thank you.
Thank you. Well,
Thank you for sharing that. But my question is, we love sex and death on this show, so I'm gonna go with the death part now. You're gonna be executed tomorrow. What is your last meal?
oh my God.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Nice.
Nice. Fitness.
Thank you.
It has
but you're
to
gonna
be,
executed, so
if I'm going to be executed, the
go.
works na yan. I'll have pizza, and it has to be from Mad Pizza in Sydney.
what are their toppings?
All right, nice.
No, the one with the mushrooms, and then.
Why is your voice sounding like it's?
This is food porn right now.
And I'm wearing a bow
I
tie when I'm
actually,
eating it.
the sound that I love most is moaning when as soon as I take a bite from chocolate.
Demo.
Hindi kaya, ilang araw na
Kunyari,
ako
this
walang
is pizza.
sugar.
This is
Maybe
pizza.
if I
You
have
can't-
some Nutella right now, you'll hear it. No,
Next meal.
okay, so it's Mad Pizza with truffle oil. Yun. Oh my God, it's so good.
my
It's
God.
really thin,
That
so you don't
is-
feel
I
so
can
bad
imagine
about
it now.
the bread.
Nice thin
Okay.
crust. Okay.
Very thin and crispy.
Yes.
So you look good in
and
your grave.
then,
Yeah.
yes, kailangan ako magkasya, di ba, sa damit. And then, what am I gonna have?
Okay, go.
Oh gosh.
Appetizer. What?
Truffle French fries din.
Uh-huh.
Tapos, mga ganun.
What's your drink?
Maybe some lamb chops.
Lamb chop.
Look at she's
I'm
like,
really hungry. I'm hungry. And of course, I have to have maybe some Nutella and ice cream.
Oh my God.
What kind of ice
Salted
cream?
caramel
Can you take a
ice cream.
2-minute break in the bathroom?
I know.
I'm sitting a 2-minute break in the bathroom.
I think
I'll
she
be
needs a
right
shot of
Chocolate.
like burger or something.
I'm gonna go blow a load in your ref, bro. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Sorry, I'm really
Oh
hungry.
my God.
That was Mark Nelson's voice, by the way.
Thank you very much for sharing that with us, Isa, in a very provocative way.
Galing mo.
Wow.
So, galing mo. That was a good
We
deal.
were talking about fitness and standards of fitness a while ago, and we want to know your opinion. Like, what do you think is the standard of fitness for guys? Because like, there's a big debate. There was a big debate a while ago whether or not it has to
I
be
heard
a
it.
chiseled guy with six-pack abs, or just we're not talking about obese guys, but like a regular guy with just 15-20% body fat, 26.
Layo ng 15 sa 20.
15,
No.
85%.
What's your basis of fit?
Okay, so
My basis of fit is somebody strong. Strong, and I want somebody that eats clean. Can have cheat meals, but I really look at the person's like if I could just gauge them, like not gauge, if I could just see how they eat like 1 week lang.
Okay.
If I could just see that, like, I'll know this person's pretty fit. And then maybe
Physically
also,
though, physically.
because physically, I'm really not I like, okay, abs are nice and all that. I appreciate it, but I don't look for it in a guy. It's not actually, honestly, I know somebody that had abs and like I dated somebody that had a six-pack and I said, I never wanted a guy with six-pack.
They
And
say
it's
it gets
funny.
boring though.
Not that it gets
Look at
boring.
Mark's face.
Hello. Syempre, I also don't want a
Steven's
guy.
wishful thinking.
Honestly, I also don't want a guy with a very big belly because that means he's unhealthy. Then that means he cannot be my partner.
Exactly.
Because I cannot be with a person who eats so much. Because I might also
Be
eat
tempted
that
to eat
much,
as well.
be tempted to eat as
That
much.
makes sense.
So for me, just a guy who has a pretty decent or flat tummy has to be strong and really, like I said, eats healthy and knows, like I can discuss health and fitness with him.
So
Well-
someone with a similar mind frame
Yeah.
and
Well,
an
not
eating pattern.
Yeah, if not always similar, because like theories or ideologies may
conflict
vary,
or- yeah.
but at least he's practicing.
And it's a
honestly, and it's a priority. Some guys I've met like has a six-pack, but that doesn't mean they're healthy. It could be because they're loading. And which I totally do not agree with.
Body
And-
makeup.
ano yun? Body makeup, I wear that.
You'll try anything, huh, Steven?
No, or maybe they're just gifted. I heard John Hall just is naturally gifted. with
I
that
know some
body.
guys who can eat
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
they
Some
want.
Yeah, and
still
whatever.
be
It still
really strong.
be
Yeah.
really strong. It doesn't mean, basta, like what you said earlier, it doesn't really get sick
Correct.
on a regular basis. Because he can have abs and still be smoking and drinking so much. Not my
As
thing.
someone who basically I've gone through a couple of programs. I know you've gone through a couple of programs. What
I don't
for
really
you?
I never. You know what? I think you did it the right way. Because in the beginning, I just starved myself, which is the worst thing.
Wrong way to do
Okay.
it. Yeah.
So that was my first program. anyway, your question.
Anorexia.
I know.
For you, how do you because you're busy and everything, how do you make it work in a sense that to lead a healthy lifestyle, like in terms of fitness and in terms of nutrition?
Honestly, I've been blessed to have this work also because my time can be flexible. But at the same time, this work can actually make you fat.
Yeah.
When you're going from one work to the other because the hours are
The
rubbish.
long hours, yeah.
Sorry, did I just say that? The hours are can get really bad. And fortunately, I haven't had the same hours I had when I was about 23, 25, when I was just sleeping like 2 hours a day. Now I try to schedule things so that I can squeeze in a bit of workout. I have a small gym set up at home. I can do yoga there. But now it's kind of turning into a parang
Club?
No, like just anong tawag
Place
doon?
where you dry your
Not
laundry.
basura. Closet. It's like anyway, but I can still do yoga there, and I have jump ropes. I mean, I can do something inside my house or in my village. I can run there. I always make time for it. Then I have a cook who prepares
Okay,
meals
so that's
for
important.
me.
You have a personal chef.
Not naman personal chef. She's
Cook.
kasambahay who
Yeah, yeah.
actually she worked in a canteen, so she could. And then she's a college graduate, so she could read the recipes that I could give her, that I give her, and I just tell her what I can't have and what I can have, and I tell her like, okay, use coconut oil, use this. Okay, make tinola, don't put anything else other than salt.
And
You
it
know?
also helps that she's your road manager. No,
No, that's
different.
different. That's a different grip.
Stop reading
So
her Wikipedia, bro.
that's basically how I manage.
Okay.
Trying to be healthy and having a partner who's
Healthy also.
relatively
as well,
healthy.
yeah.
Okay, that's because
also.
Mark mentioned that you need a partner who's actually also going to push you to be healthy.
Prioritize health and wellness. That's
Yeah.
the basis of any good relationship, I think.
Okay.
nowadays.
All right, we're gonna take a short break and discuss what we just discussed, which I didn't understand. Discuss in a while.
To make you understand it.
To make me, the non-fit guy, understand it.
Yeah,
We'll be
during
right
the
back.
break, we'll decipher everything for Stephen.
Okay.
We'll break it down. All right, continuing on with this highly nutritious and delicious episode. Erwan, what
Wow,
was that
not bad.
little pyramid of yours?
To go over it really quickly, so this is everything. It signifies everything that you need to eat in a day.
Alright.
The smaller portions of the pyramid basically mean the less servings. The bigger
Okay.
portions of the pyramid means the bigger servings. Top to bottom, nuts, avocados come first.
That's about
Fats
like
and
a handful.
oils.
Yeah.
Yeah, one
Okay.
handful. Fats and oils, a couple tablespoons of olive
So you
oil.
need fats and oils.
You do.
Absolutely.
Very
Okay.
important.
Like lubricant.
Exactly.
not
Just
a-
as important as lube.
No, because I used to think. Because I used to
talking
think.
about
I used
you
to
diet.
think you don't
Diet.
need it,
Diet.
but you do. Okay.
No, because Chef
The same way
Chef
you use
Erwan.
avocados.
No, I
Do we
used to.
put sand in it for friction? Oh, sorry.
No, I used to
I'm
think
so
you should
sorry.
cut off
What's
all
going on
fat
here?
from your diet.
But that was the old
Okay, so
philosophy.
it's not true.
They,
Yeah.
Fat is
they
energy.
used to think
It
that
burns
low-fat
off.
diets
Yeah.
were good, but now
That's
they,
why the high carb thing.
Is there a certain kind of fat that you need to keep?
animal fat's good. Olive oil's good.
So you
Coconut
can
oil.
Coconut
is-
oil.
Salmon
Salmon
oil's
oil. So you're
fantastic.
saying you can eat bagnet and that's okay?
As
Yeah.
long as you don't deep
Depends
fry
on-
it.
Yeah.
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 Raw?
They
No,
have
no,
an
no,
air
no, no.
dryer thing
Like,
now.
yeah.
You,
yeah,
you can sear a ribeye steak, and it's
Pugon
okay.
baked.
Yeah.
All right.
Like,
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
But
I
don't eat it
understand
in
now.
excess.
Oh,
Basically.
mind you, they
That's
have
why
machines.
It's, that's why it's second tier.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we have dairies.
How many glasses of milk?
That's maybe just 1 or 2 glasses.
1 or 2 glasses a day.
Maybe a Greek yogurt.
But
those are
almond
things
milk
for
would
you.
be most preferable.
Almond milk is
yes,
great.
of course.
Or
Preferably
Hemp
not-
milk. is
hemp milk
fantastic.
is fantastic
Okay.
as well.
Wow. Can you
Um,
smoke it after?
Hemp. I know. I was just about to
Gee.
say that. Hemp.
Then
This
we
is
have
Mark Nelson's voice, by the way.
We have fruits at about
Mark
3 to
Nelson
4
hemp?
servings.
Any specific fruits?
It's better to eat those with a low GI content, so the ones with low sugar. Bananas are great.
Okay.
Mangoes are very high in sugar.
Coconut, I
Coconuts are
love.
fantastic.
Coconut.
All
things
right.
like that.
Coconut.
Then we have
Coconut
low
water.
starch veggies. Some of Mark's favorites
Yes.
are
Broccoli,
Broccoli flower.
Yes, cauliflower rice.
mushrooms. all those
Ampalaya.
things.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
ampalaya.
Ampalaya.
Ampalaya is fantastic.
Phenomenal
Yeah.
vegetable.
Sayote
Phenomenal.
gets you
Alright.
full, but it's all water basically.
And then the
Right.
widest part of the,
And the widest
the
part
pyramid
is protein, because the most important thing especially if you're working out, you need to eat protein for you to be able to burn the fat.
Okay.
and
But
actually
that's
build
for
the
guys.
muscle.
I might flip it a bit
For
and
girls.
do the low starch veg most for girls.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes
Because I
sense.
don't think we were made to actually
Bulk
be
up.
able to ingest that much meat.
Okay.
Because we'll be
Forgive my ignorance. Protein is the one that helps you build back your muscles after
Yeah.
after
That is
working
correct.
out,
Building
right?
blocks.
because you
So
need
after
it.
you work out, you tear up your muscles. You need protein to
To
bulk
fill it back up.
Exactly.
To fill that back.
fill
All
it
right.
up.
So,
All
I
right.
mean, some great protein sources are eggs, steak, chicken, fish.
salmon, yeah.
Turkey, chicken,
Okay.
Turkey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
lamb.
Peanut butter
Lamb.
if you
Oh, I
want to
love
cheat a
that.
bit.
peanut butter,
Human-
almond butter, all those things.
Yeah. Well, before we
True for-
get further into that, let's throw one quick food tip all around. How's that? I mean,
All right.
I'll start off, guys. I mean, for us that work out here, one thing. I mean, I'm telling you now, the best energy drink. It's not the Gatorades. It's not the isotopes. It's not the Powerades. It's coconut water.
Oh,
Coconut
okay.
water right now is
True.
the 100%
All right.
best replenishing drink you can take
my
after a hard workout.
favorite.
Next, go.
That's absolutely correct. Just make sure it doesn't have sugar in it. So there's one.
Right.
The fresh is the best.
Such a
Chemicals.
killjoy.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm going to give you a very quick go-to meal that I have for my baon whenever I go out. I just quickly stir-fry some strips of Wagyu beef with mushrooms, broccoli, and red kidney beans with a bit of salt and pepper, olive oil. That's it. Put it in a lunchbox, bring it to the gym, eat it straight after. It is fantastic. Takes about 5 to 10 minutes to prepare.
Awesome. Awesome. Iza,
I
go.
don't really
Quick
prepare
food
my
tip.
own food, but I always have a bit of salad and nuts with me.
Okay.
But then
always.
one diet tip also is that you should really avoid carbs. As much
fair
as
enough.
you
Okay.
like really
And sugars.
like I always come across people and I always say bread, just take out the bread. And they're like, not rice. I thought bread was better than rice. I said, no, it's not. You really have to. They've been conditioned to think this way ever since, especially when they had wheat bread and all that. So people thought it was actually healthy.
Yang
It's
chow rice is
not.
better.
It's not. I mean, just take it in moderation. You were not built to have it every day.
Right.
Correct. Okay. Well, I heard from a trainer that after you work out and you drink protein whey, that you should eat like a banana or something sweet to actually activate your insulin to like make the
Puede.
healing process faster. Is that right?
In the 30 minutes after you work out.
yeah.
Only
And it has to be within.
There's a window.
yeah, your body absorbs
Feeding
everything within
window.
30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
All right.
Good tip.
My tip
Go on,
is
wow.
always carry a bottle of water with you because sometimes you think you're hungry, but you're actually thirsty.
Right.
And I think that's one of the most important. Second tip is when you grab ingredients or products like we have here,
Good
if it has sugar in the ingredient list, throw it away.
Corn
Simple as that.
syrup.
Yeah, corn syrup, high
Yeah.
fructose corn syrup, honey, agave, maple syrup. Those are all types of sugars.
And can I
I
make
like
another
honey.
quick addition to
Right.
that? When you read the ingredients list, the first thing on the
First.
ingredients list is
First
what's
thing?
is
First
the
thing.
Should
is-
be what
Should be.
what you're buying. Right?
No. Well, yeah, that's basically it. The
Okay.
first thing that is on the ingredients list is actually the highest amount.
Of course.
So,
Yes.
if, for instance, I'm picking up Nutella, the first thing there says sugar.
Yeah.
So this is predominantly sugar more than anything else.
When you're supposed to think it's supposed to be chocolate.
Nutella is made of
Yummy!
sugar.
Go figure.
That's why it's so
Unicorn tears? what? TV.
Another ingredient we have here, we have peanut butter, which
Yeah.
a lot of people swear by.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. This is
Some of the brands are actually pretty good. If you read the ingredients in that
Yes.
one, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's only 3 or 4 ingredients.
Yep.
Yeah.
Peanuts, evaporated cane juice, palm fruit oil, and salt.
See, in there, cane juice is a type of sugar.
Yes.
Not too good for you, but it's still acceptable.
you
in-
can
in
pronounce
limits,
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can pronounce it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Here, here.
And
guys,
we have
love to snack.
Oh, I love
the
that.
chips.
All right,
get that?
you got sweet potato chips. So you're saying this is good.
We're
This is a good
saying
snack.
sweet potatoes are better than potatoes because they have a lower GI.
And
But-
sweet
yeah.
potatoes, sweet potato chips will definitely be better than something like Cheetos.
Yeah.
Okay,
You know what
aside
I
from the,
Processed.
the side effect is it makes you flat and creates more flatulence, right? Like makes you.
No, not
Fart.
necessarily.
No.
Doesn't
no,
it make
no.
you fart more? It's like
No.
a,
It's
is
like-
that an
it's
urban
like-
legend?
Don't we all love to have a good rip once
Yeah.
in a while? I mean, that's what I want, you know?
We could solve the energy crisis in this country if we all ate. more.
All the
Okay.
methane you could produce.
I would love
All
to
right.
see Iza at home. Hey, Ben, come here. What? Grabs his head. That would be the best reality
That
show.
may or may not have happened.
And then finally, a couple of oils we have here. We have olive oil. We
Yes.
have grapeseed oil. We have canola oil. Which, Steven,
What's
would you
the-
choose would be the best for you?
I would say
Not for sex, huh?
I don't know. Olive oil.
Okay.
Correct.
Well done.
Olive oil, just like coconut oil, are probably the 2 best oils to use.
Yeah.
Why? Coconut oil because it's purely natural, of course, and olive oil because it's natural. But make sure when you're cooking, you don't use extra virgin olive
Oh,
oil.
okay.
You use
Because-
olive oil.
Extra virgin olive oil will, has a very low burning point, which means it's going to smoke like crazy. It's going to smoke out your kitchen, set off
Okay.
your fire alarm.
Any
that
of these
becomes
oils that you can
volatile
use
So
for
the extra
massages?
virgin
or-
olive oil is just really for the
The
dressing.
dressing, yeah.
So
So
for-
really, if you're cooking, coconut oil, ghee, clarified butter, or olive oil. Those are the best. Canola,
No, 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 no.
Awesome.
and grapeseed. Yeah.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah.
Learned a bunch of stuff.
So,
There's no other use for this oil.
well, what do you want?
Wait,
Massage or anything? No.
Yeah.
yes. if you
Coconut
wanna
oil yon. Can you
Oh, okay.
imagine? It's everything.
Exactly.
All in one bottle.
You
wanna
can
smell like
you
a
can
salad? Go
tan
ahead.
with it.
Yeah.
You can put it in your hair. That's how my hair is so shiny and pretty all the time.
Well, speaking,
You
good
gargle
segue
it.
again. What about food products for body parts? Since you said hair, any recommendations?
I actually really like shea butter.
to
just
For your
reinvigorate the
moisturizer.
follicles.
When I burn, because I train a lot under the
Okay.
sun, I put shea butter, and like literally the next day, I'm not burned anymore.
Well, I hear San Miguel beer is good for tanning.
I've heard that.
Actually,
I
I have
actually
heard
heard
that.
I have
and
heard
Kool-Aid.
about that.
Pale Pilsen, by the way, not San Miguel Light. If you want to be dark.
Pale Pilsen.
Oh, Red Horse. What does
Hindi
that mean?
cerveza
Sponsor.
negra.
It makes you
Sponsor.
horny. Okay.
Cerveza Negra if you want to be like dark.
Super dark.
Super dark. Any
Racist.
Wala akong tips sa body parts. What am I gonna say? What
okay,
do I put?
okay.
Brain
I'm-
food.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
Oil, actually, coconut oil.
If you find that you're losing, some of your memory, but also if you're worried about your cholesterol, then something that's very good to take is our fish oil tablets. Now, I mentioned these as
yes.
tablets because I'm allergic to seafood, so I can't actually eat fish.
That
so the only way I can get that
sucks.
oil is to take.
You're
fish oil
allergic to
tablets.
like all seafoods?
All
What do you mean?
seafoods.
Wait, tablets? So you can't. You're allergic to all seafood?
Yeah, except
Hala.
oysters and mussels. Strangely enough.
Oh, we're
'Cause
baliktad
oysters and
tayo.
mussels are from
mollusks.
trees.
I'm intolerant.
Oh, really?
Apparently, my blood
Oh.
says. I know.
Okay.
So there
Ah, you
go.
did the
Fish
test.
oil.
Yeah, but before.
Wilson, any last tips before we go into our top 10?
Oh no, I'm good. But anyways, if you want to,
I'm just chilling.
yeah, I'm waiting on the second half of the show. No, but anyway, if you want to find all this wonderful information, log on to Erwan's site. He has everything you need to know about food and how to prepare it and what rhymes with or what matches red pants, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna
Salmon,
post
salmon
more,
pants.
we're gonna post more tips. We just launched our official website, Extra Rice TV. That's where the cave is being housed right now.
Extra Rice
So
dot-
Extra rice?
dot
Extra
TV.
Rice.tv.
And we're talking about not eating extra
I
rice.
know.
So we're gonna name our website
Something
Extra
wrong
Rice.
here.
We should call it No Rice.
So our top 10, since we're talking about weight loss, fitness, all this, where does this usually happen? Where does the weight loss and the pain and
in
the
the gym.
sweating? In the gym.
Yeah, absolutely. You gotta work
and
out.
in the gym, you have guys in short shorts. Well, I'm in short shorts in the gym. And
You're
you have
one of
girls in very
those.
tight, like Lululemon pants and stuff like that. You see a pretty girl, you want to rock up to her, you want to hit on her. What are the top 10 ways how to hit on a girl at the gym?
Stephen would go up and say, "Hey, I know the trainer."
I'm the trainer.
You want me to introduce you to the trainer?
I'm the owner of this gym.
You hear that music? I brought that DJ in. You hear the music?
Tiesto.
Okay, let's start off
Sorry.
with number 10, Rovi.
Oh, well, my disclaimer, I have worked out in a gym, half my life, and I have never picked up anyone in a gym because it is just so difficult to pick up someone in a gym. But if I was in a gym, and for this top 10, I'll start with just the simple, if I see a girl who's doing improper form or what have you, then I'll go up and just say, hey, I think you're doing that improperly.
Big no-no.
No.
You were never getting laid, my
Yeah,
friend.
exactly. So that's why it's number 10. Yeah.
Oh, do you have a comment on that?
No, I don't think that's gonna work.
Why not?
Yeah.
That
Well,
pissed her
because
off.
it depends. If the girl actually knows what she's doing and she'll have her own opinion, it's gonna start off bad, but it might actually lead into good sexual tension. So well,
Okay.
Oh,
It
this is
could
sex
work.
with them?
it could
Is
work.
that a bad thing?
It
Okay,
could
No,
work.
it's to fall in love, Rovi.
It
since
could
that's
work.
your thing.
It depends.
I'm gonna tweak a version of Revilson's a little bit.
Okay,
If
go.
you see a girl at the gym and she seems to be having trouble setting up an equipment,
yeah.
then go up and offer, say, "Oh, can I give you a hand?" But it's very important. You've got to say, "Hey, you know what? I couldn't figure this thing out the first time either." That way, she doesn't feel stupid. Like, "Oh my God, I'm such an idiot. I can't figure this out." But you know what? I had a hard time. Here, let me help you and everything, and just see if it starts naturally.
Seems like you've
So
done
the
it in
hot
the
water
past.
is on the left. That's how you
Yeah,
turn
yeah,
it.
yeah. yeah.
Is this in the shower? What are you doing here?
Counterclockwise. Counterclockwise.
I was here first.
Any tips?
I really don't know how to pick up girls. I wouldn't know, but then
Pick up a guy in the gym.
What would work on
Oh,
you?
yeah. What would
Oh,
work on
easy.
you?
Just smile at him.
no, actually, let's say it's a CrossFit setting.
Okay.
If the guy's strong, of course you'll notice the guy, and
True.
if he talks to you, you'll pay more attention to the guy. That could be one thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Be
stole my
strong.
thunder on one, but
Yeah.
Okay,
that's a
since
good one.
since it's just being fun, right? If a girl's running in a treadmill, I'll start running beside her in another treadmill and be like, "Hey, are you going my way?"
That would actually
Stephen,
work.
Cool.
That is not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad. I'm proud of you right now.
Wow.
That is galing. Or like,
Are you
are
going
you
my
still
way?
following me? Right?
Mine
That's
would be
nice.
based on the premise that even going to the gym, women care about their outfits. So first things first, I would wait till she's done working out. I wouldn't stop her from working out or while
Or
she's
like
running
while
or
she's
something.
running.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
like
It's like
her-
weird.
Her boobs are
But I'll
going-
be like, if she's wearing a race T-shirt or something, I'll be like, oh, are you into that? Or if she has a nice like Adidas top, and I'll be like, oh, my sister's into that too, and start a
Nice
conversation like
letters. Nice tanga.
So you notice her fashion. That's so straight.
that. Yeah, I know.
That's so straight. Yeah.
I'm totally gay.
My boyfriend has that same leotard. Oh my god. Oh god. All right. But he's. I'm not gay though. He is. And a 1 and a 2.
All right, number 5.
That was
Roby.
Mark Nelson, by the way, FYI. Mark
Roby
Nelson.
said number 5.
You know what? Again, I will have to rehash. You cannot pick up a girl in a gym. You really can't. But in CrossFit, you can because of the community. I swear to God, you've done you. Yeah, Miggy DeBuncho. Oh, okay, well, Miggy DeBuncho is the founder of CrossFit, or he brought CrossFit, the U.S. version, to the Philippines.
Okay.
And I am telling you, I have met more people within a month of joining CrossFit just because the community.
It's a community
It
thing,
is a
yeah.
community base. You purposely meet people because you are doing. I mean, it's hard, and you are struggling. You're at war, and you both congratulate each other after you finish. So, completely different from the gym. You're doing individual workouts. You can't praise somebody because you were doing legs, they were doing cardio, whatever.
Yeah.
So again, for me, I know it's hard sell, but CrossFit is where if you want to meet
Hence-
people.
Where's your CrossFit
Boom.
box again?
Hence the
So
shameless
dial
plug.
0917
CrossFit.
53. No, I'm just kidding.
Hence
Yeah.
the shameless plug. CrossFit Legazpi Village,
Oh,
owned by
Crosby,
Wilson Fernandez.
and Ganbo
You're the
Street.
owner there?
Yeah,
No.
Wilson is actually a co-owner of that CrossFit gym, and well done.
Okay, what's your
Okay.
tip? What's your
That's
tip? What's your tip?
He was the first.
Join
he was the one.
Ah, okay.
You know, he was the one that. No, just trivia.
Very true.
Yeah.
Wilson went with me to my very first CrossFit WOD.
Me too.
And you killed it.
No,
And he does that to all the girls.
You did. I took you to your
goes-
7
he goes-
a.m. in
He goes,
Libis.
he goes with all the
Wow.
girls
No,
on their
7
first
a.m.
time.
This was 7 a.m. in
homegirl.
Libis, and he came from where's it?
Taguig.
Mahogany.
Taguig.
Taguig.
Mahogany.
So they call him Revilson first time Fernandez.
Yeah. No
Fernandez.
filter. First
No
time.
filter, first time Fernandez.
All right.
We
Mark,
missed you at the box, by the way. Come
Mark
back
number
soon.
6.
Aw, I
Go,
know.
Mark.
Okay, let's see. I think Revilson has a point. It's very, very difficult to pick up a girl at the gym, especially when she's working out, as Erwan said. So I think the best way is to wait until they've finished their workout.
And stalk
they've
them.
gone. They've gone to the locker room, and you can time it. Usually, girl takes between 15 to 30 minutes. So if you can wait until she's finished and she's ready to leave, that's a good time where you can say, "Hey, I'm sorry to ask you this, especially in a gym, but I was wondering, would you like to join me for a cup of coffee?"
Wow. Guys,
That's because it's Mark Nelson.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Let me put my shirt back on. But anyway, would you like some coffee?
Can you hold my right ab?
I don't know
Wait
if
lang,
it's just me.
nakakakilig siya pag si Mark Nelson yung nagsabi, kung si Stephen ko, baka matakot ako. De, joke lang. I love you, Stephen.
Wow. Wait,
I love you.
wait. I don't know if you noticed this, but it's so scientific the way Mark, creates all these strategies. Like very scientific. Like he's actually planned this.
He's done
Good job,
it,
Mark.
actually.
Thank you.
Okay, number
From no
7.
experience
Honest.
whatsoever.
That's
Yes.
honest. Really. How else are you going to do it?
Actually, like you
Go.
said, honest. Just go up to the girl. Just say, hey. Just strike a conversation. I don't know.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like just.
Will that work for you? Honesty.
Yeah,
just
honesty.
hey.
Like.
Okay,
Nothing-
every guy in the
nothing.
Philippines, if you see Iza Calzado in the
tried that
gym,
na, Iza,
just strike
with-
a conversation. You'll
Be
do fine.
honest.
Yeah, actually, I
Have
always
the
talk
guts.
to people. I always talk to people. Like, as
Yes,
long
you
as they're
do.
not bothering me so much.
True.
Don't be like this creepy guy. Like, oh, hey. And the next station, hey. It's not like that. Like,
Never in the middle of a set.
Yes, never in the middle of a set.
Especially a squat.
Or like when, what?
Especially a
Especially a
squat.
squat.
Squats,
I've had
yes.
people come up to me and talk to me when I was squatting, like in the
No.
dip, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna kick your ass."
No, the worst is somebody trying to talk to you while you're doing those leg raises and you're like facing down.
And just make
That-
sure.
Steven,
and
you're not
don't-
supposed to do that
like,
exercise.
Don't come. Don't no. Also, don't go up to a girl when
Deadlifts,
she,
Steven. Deadlifts.
Deadlifts and squats.
Yeah,
even.
don't touch
Yeah.
those, dude.
or
Deadlifts na lang.
don't go up to a girl when she's trying to do some like yoga poses that could be a little like
Central.
sensual,
So
because she'll
Right.
feel like you're harassing her.
Especially
'Cause-
that machine, the one where you...
Oh, that
Yes.
is
or this one.
that is so. No, it's literally one of the most
Seriously.
awkward machines. Like, if you're not doing it on purpose, but you're right in front of her, you
Yeah.
do not know where to look.
So,
You're like, "Say, look at the wall." Like,
Look up.
oh my God, is that a Lululemon? I mean, your
Lululemon
top.
as a whole.
Okay, number 9. Join one of those
Zumba classes?
aerobic classes.
Yeah.
Like, well,
No.
I joined Pilates and I didn't know what the shit it was. I injured myself, but
So you look for the pity route, the pity route.
A kind girl was actually there to help me out. Like,
Okay.
like walk me out to the clinic.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's a good thing.
I
So
personally
injure yourself.
Injure yourself in a Pilates class. Yeah.
The
Pwede,
last
pwede.
one, I would say ask for tips. Very simple. If you see that she was running well or she was doing nice pull-ups and everything, be like, "Oh, how'd you do that, by the way? I've been having a hard time doing that."
Nice form.
Yeah.
Wow.
But never,
Steven, you could use
never.
this.
I think the biggest no-no is never compliment her body at the gym because that's just creepy.
Yes.
That's very creepy.
It's like
right?
Very
hot
good.
Just any
or
body part, be
nice
like,
ass.
oh, you know, nice
No,
ass.
you,
Yeah.
you go to a girl working out and you go
More her
hey.
performance.
No, you go to a girl.
Yes.
Performance, yes.
No, you,
Well,
no,
like-
no,
Wow,
no.
you
You
just
go
squatted.
to a girl working out and you go, hey, I like the way you think.
Where is that cricket sound effect when we need it?
And with that,
That is the top 10.
okay, right after
Lisa's
that,
wiping
okay,
her
right after that comment,
Ay,
Iza,
nako.
we're gonna ask you to give plus 10 points and minus 10 points to someone. So who is the winner of this podcast?
Okay, since it's a very fun it's a very sorry
Podcast.
it's a very fun podcast and it's about health and fitness. I would have to give it to Erwan, the diet geek. I'm so sorry, but
I'm at plus
he
20.
deserves it.
Thank you.
Okay, with his food pyramid and all.
Stupid triangle. Sorry.
No, the stereotypes.
Okay.
It's more square.
Minus 10.
Roosevelt said it, Steven.
I would feel so heartless doing this.
Be
Do I
heartless.
really have to do this?
This is your chance to be a bitch.
No, it's not me being a bitch. It's me just being honest.
Okay, who is the loser?
No, because if
We were worried, bro. I hate it.
I'm sorry. I wasn't worried.
excuse me, he's Mark Nelson. All he has to do is show me his abs.
You
And
know,
I give him
guys,
plus 10. You're lucky, he didn't show me his abs.
Guys. Let me just clear the air out.
Stephen,
That
go.
we need to
Wait,
answer-
I have to explain first.
We
now.
need to qualify the rules. of
No,
this.
there's no
No,
qualifying.
my
you ever
minus
watched-
10 is because out of all the guys, it's Stephen talaga who's not the most well-versed when it comes to health and fitness.
True.
It doesn't mean you're not a great person
So
or
that's
you're
what-
not a great conversationalist.
That's true.
Ang tindi ng punchlines
That's
niya.
that's what she based
Wait,
it on.
wait,
That's what she
That's
based it
what
on.
I based it on.
Do you remember? Wait. Do you remember the show Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yes.
That was
Where everything's made up and the
80s?
points don't matter.
Yeah.
The same thing is here. The points are based on whatever the guest's standards are.
He's an adult. Why are we consoling him like a 3-year-old? Shut the fuck up. You lost 10. Keep going. What's up? Let's go.
Kasi if I base this on who's my crush, diba may Mark Nelson, diba? Kaya
Sidle
lang,
your
it's
ass
not
out of
that.
here.
It's
I'll
not
take
that.
minus 10 and as long as I get that.
Sidle your
All right,
ass
so
out of
Iza,
here.
thank you very much.
No, thank
We
you for
love
having
Iza.
me.
Fantastic
Erwan,
guest.
you owe me a meal.
Yes, I do. If
But
you
thank you so much. Thank you
is
for
there
having me.
anything that you're working on currently that you want to talk about? Or?
Okay. Well, I'm still working on. Well, actually, we started filming for Biggest Loser Philippines. That's Biggest Loser Doubles Philippines.
Nice.
And it will be airing sometime this year, I hope. But the contestants are there. They're working hard, and I'm so proud of them.
Yes, we
so
are.
happy
That's-
for
Yes.
them. And
Couples,
please,
couples or twins or
it depends. Like
Okay.
just any kind of
pair.
relationship you have. You can
Okay.
be friends. You can be magpinsan, family. It doesn't matter. I'm just really proud of this show. Like proud to be a host for this show because it's a very personal topic also. It's very close to my heart.
Okay, do you have
And
a
then-
Twitter?
any movies?
Yes, of course. I have Twitter and Instagram at Miss Iza Calzado, MissIzaCalzado.
Any
And then
movies?
movies, I just did an indie film with Eugene Domingo. It's called Barber's Tales. I
Nice.
don't know when it's showing. And then I'm
Cinemalaya or
no,
Okay.
it will be showing at some point. And then I'm doing a film now with Piolo and Tony. Although I haven't started filming, so I can't really say I'm actually doing it. I'm preparing for it.
Pre-prod.
yeah. They've started. So there. That's it for me.
All right.
And ASAP.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We love you. You're so busy, but you made time for us. We love you.
Oh,
Thank
no,
you so much.
Thank you also. Thank you for having me.
You're perfect.
We're gonna have
for
you
this
again.
Episode.
Yeah.
Next
Yes.
time you make me win.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the cave. You can follow us on www. Sorry. You can just go on extrarice.tv.
Yeah.
Yep.
To
All the
find out
information will be
everything.
there.
Yeah.
The podcast is available on SoundCloud, on iTunes. Our Facebook is facebook.com/The Cave Podcast. Our Twitter is at
Cave
Cave
Podcast.
Podcast.
Cave Podcast. And my Twitter is at Erwan J. Yusuf.
My Twitter is at Stephen Koo, public.
My Twitter is at @quickoffthemark. That's Mark with a C.
And mine is Revilson_F. We love you guys for writing in. We read every single one. We will
Try and
acknowledge you
reply
guys.
to all of them.
Yeah, so keep
Sophie,
them coming. Thank you.
Nickel, Sophie, all those guys who write to
Yeah.
us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for listening.
We appreciate
This
it.
is gonna be this is only the first of the fitness series, so we're gonna have more of this.
Yeah, more tips and
This crap.
That was
That's
Cave.
what you
Bye.
need, Stephen.
Next time, Stephen will come armed.
Promise.
Like,
Yes.
with-
Yes.
No, we'll have a
He will
push-up.
be reading up on all of this.